things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers' offense will have the first crack at it in this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield, it's Fung. Makes the grab. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Zings it complete to the right. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the tailback. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off-play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is on a ball.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? To the air, it's Fung. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. The lead is 6 in the first. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Finds its way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a hit. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll try the run. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Myers. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a huge play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. From the gun, the ground game. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Finds his man. It's Bridges. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. To the ground, he's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. When we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Fung. Throws to the wideout. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Gonna look downfield again. Got the back over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. To the air, it's Fung. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Petway. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. looking to fire. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him, but not before he gets... And it's a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Got it in the middle, it's Petway. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Here's the handoff. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And off from the shotgun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Dropping back, it's Meyer. Gets it out quickly. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
To the air on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll go to the sneak.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Myers. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They punt it away on 4th down. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the ground, it's Gage. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think the...
There he goes! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The option look. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back to throw, it's Fung. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
What a great play on defense there. Virtually unblockable. Fairly, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that's going to tie it up.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Auburn lines up quickly.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Auburn going to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Meyer. He wants it all. Touchdown, Auburn! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to beat? And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Takes the handoff. It's Gage. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to take off. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kick is in the air. Waves the arm for the fair. And the catch is made close. Line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Scanning the field, it's Meyer. Sets up the screen. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Petway. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. It's complete. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Looking for a crease. It's Gage. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the third. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air, it's Meyer. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go somewhere.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Handoff to the single back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Myers. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A third down try for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Bounced right back to them.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On the run, fires downfield. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they've regained the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davidson. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Leaves it with the back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They feed him again. Brings him to the open. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And we are all tied up here in the fourth.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back to throw, it's Fung. Catch in the middle, it's Petway. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. He makes the catch. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Petway. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Running behind that left side. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll sneak it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. After the run, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown LSU! They move on top here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that 1st drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Meyer. Setting up the screen. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Bridges. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. There he goes. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Tigers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to pass. It's Fung. Here comes the heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So here comes the Auburn offense. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. He breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
First play of the first possession of OT. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got him downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Big fella moving. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll run it. Touchdown, Auburn! They strike first here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Under fire. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Fung. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Petway. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on fires deep toward the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. It's really the most common type